Hey folks, how's it going? It is sunny here in the UK, which means it's the law that we have to have a barbecue. Is that a law? It should be a law. Let's just say it's the law. And with us having a barbecue, one of the things I really love at a barbecue is some nice sides. And one of my favourite YouTubers recently made what seems to me to be probably the best potato salad recipe I've ever seen. Luke Quinton, check him out. I'll link his original video here and down in the description. It'll also be at the end, so stick around and watch this one first and then go and watch his stuff. He makes some great videos, but his potato salad looks really amazing, so I thought we'd make it today. It's a little bit special. I'm using some new potatoes. I'm going to make a mayonnaise. Luke doesn't do that, but obviously you can do that, and I'm going to do that because homemade mayonnaise is just orders of magnitude better than the store-bought stuff. Once you've had homemade, you'll never go back. You can use store-bought for this. Luke uses store-bought for this. If you want to use store-bought for this, go for it, absolutely. I just feel like making some mayonnaise today. So that's what I'm going to do. It's my kitchen. I'll do what I want. So yeah, so we've got various things. There's more to it than this. I'm not going to detail the recipe quite as much as I normally would. Go and watch Luke's video. I don't want to steal his thunder on that one, but we are going to make it. So let's get into it. Let's make some sides. Let's have a barbecue. Enough chat. Let's get on with, let's do the mayonnaise first. So first thing to do is get these on the boil. These are just some Cornish new potatoes from the supermarket. And in the recipe, Luke recommends...
First off, it's interesting to note the importance of seasoning the water,
but also with some sugar and some white wine vinegar.
It's a technique that can truly elevate the overall flavour of the dish.
Sounds great. Let's give it a go. I mean, that's going to infuse some great flavour into these potatoes, which I think is really going to help. Let's give it a try. All right, I'm going to bring this to the boil first, so I'm going to start with the kettle. Obviously, you can not start with the kettle if you want. Boil the water in the normal fashion. Starting with the kettle because it's quicker, I'm not going to lie. Let's get that salt, that sugar, that white wine vinegar added. How have I lost them? I appear to have lost my measuring spoons. This is a ridiculous state of affairs, generally speaking. Have you seen my measuring spoons? Right, found them. 2 tablespoons of each. Seems quite generous on the salt, but we're not going to drink the water, it's fine. Just cooking salt as usual. We don't need a fancy finishing salt for this. It's literally going straight down the sink after it seasons the potatoes. I hope he did say tablespoons. I probably ought to have looked at that. Let's just double check this, shall we?
Season the water with 2 tablespoons each of salt, sugar and white wine vinegar.
He does say 2 tablespoons each. Cool.
These elements not only infuse flavour into the potatoes, but also promote a balanced taste by harmonising salty, sweet and sour notes. Now, grab your potatoes. I have 750 grams of salad potatoes here, and you want to make sure that they are all around the same kind of size. Lower the heat and simmer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Gotcha. Kettle leaks. Feels dangerous. Should probably get a new one before that one electrocutes me. I'll add it to the list. Right, I'll get this on to boil and we'll size the potatoes. So these are new potatoes rather than actually explicitly called out as salad potatoes, but it's the same thing. It's going everywhere. They're literally escaping on me. Wow. As usual from Tesco, we do have quite a bit of variation in the size. They, again, I understand why they do it. They'd never sell that, for example, if they didn't put it in with bigger ones, but it's super annoying. Grade the damn things. You know, these I think these are finest. No, not that that should matter, really. They're potatoes, for God's sake. Grade them. Use these for your ready meals or something. Grade them, Tesco, grade them. I'm not going to go too crazy with this. 20 minutes should be plenty for them to cook. Those tiny ones will end up overcooked, but I'm going to cook them anyway. Chop the big ones. Yeah, I'm going to chop that one. It feels like it should be chopped, that one. Chopping them on a slight bias because habit. I don't know. I always do it. I just think things look better when you slice them on the bias. It looks like what does it look like? Some game like the person from some board game we used to play when I was a kid. Oh, what was that board game? I don't know, but that's, look at him. He's a little person. Hello. So I think we're looking all right. Okay. Let's get these in the water. Try not to splash yourself, because it's easy to burn yourself, and I wouldn't want you to do that. Okay, so I'm going to let that come back to a boil, bump up the heat, 20 minutes. I'm also going to stop waving this knife around because that's a very poor practice. Right, let's make some mayonnaise. Immersion blender. You can use a whisk, I'm not going to. I'm going to use an immersion blender instead. Now ideally, if you use an immersion blender, you want a vessel that's sort of tall and narrow so that it contains everything, but this is not too bad, this will do the job, so I'm going to use this. Right, let me plug this in. Right, yeah, that works. Okay, good, it reaches, awesome. I'm going to do whole egg mayonnaise. Do I want to do that? No. So I was going to do a whole egg mayonnaise, but I've changed my mind. Egg yolk, mustard, oil emulsion, mayonnaise, some seasonings. Bit of MSG, I think, in this one. Am I going to put MSG in it? Yeah, bit of MSG, I think, just a touch. So first things first, find a bowl. Separate a couple of eggs. There's no need to be precious about it. This is not in Luke's video. You can use store-bought mayonnaise for this. You know, not everybody's got the time or the inclination to make mayonnaise. I completely understand that. I just enjoy doing it, so I feel like doing it today. But by all means, go ahead. Get yourself some decent store-bought stuff. The Japanese Kewpie, I don't know how you say it. That mayonnaise would be great. But yeah, do it. You know, you do you. I've lost the mustard. Oh, here's the mustard. So 2 egg yolks, tablespoon of mustard. Dijon. Other mustards you can use if you want. Dijon works well, it's mild enough. But yeah, there are, you know, other mustards are available. Experiment, try different things. Perfect, right. And I'm just using sunflower oil today. You want something neutral for this. So sunflower, great, rapeseed, ground nut works well. Stay away from olive, don't use olive oils. You can use a little bit just to add a little bit of flavour at the end, but your main oil for the emulsion should be something really nice and neutral. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Throw in a bit of the cooking salt again, nothing fancy. As I say, a little bit of MSG. That was maybe half a teaspoon. Just a bit, don't need much, strong stuff. Powerful, powerful stuff. Right, so first thing to do is to get all this combined. This is going to get noisy, you might want to cover your ears. Okay, and with that we can start adding the oil. Usual rules apply. If you've never made mayo, it's basically go slow is the key. Especially to begin with, you want to go really, really slow. Just drizzle this in, make sure it's mixing in completely as you go. It will start to thicken. You can then speed up a little bit, but still don't go crazy. And I'm going to want, how much is this? I'm going to want about 1/4 of this bottle-ish. I'll let the consistency guide me. Let's get on with it. Even using power tools takes it out of the old arm a little bit. Let's have a break, set that timer, 20 minutes. You know what? I think I'm gonna, this is just, it's uncomfortable. This is an uncomfortable thing to use. Those are boiling nicely. This is getting there. We can speed up now a little bit with the oil that we're putting in because we've now got a decent, good thick base. I am having to do that a lot, which is very tiring, I'm not gonna lie. But that's because I don't have that really narrow vessel. If I had a really narrow vessel for this, this would be a breeze, but I don't. Well, I do, but I don't know where it is, as usual. So this is what we're doing. It's, you know, whatever. Okay, taste. Probably should have unplugged this. That's an easy way to take your fingers off, isn't it? Unplug it. Oh, there we go. I've absolutely drenched myself. Pay no attention to that. So, how's this doing? It's good, thick. It's got that lovely colour that comes from just an egg yolk mayonnaise. Most of your store-bought stuff is whole egg mayonnaise. Wow. Half a lemon. You don't need a lot of this just to brighten things. There's a lot of oil, obviously, in this, a lot of fat. Trust me, as I say, folks, try this. You'll never buy the store-bought stuff again. Well, you probably will because this is a faff, but you'll prefer this. I promise you. It's amazing. It's a totally different product. Right, so let's fridge this while we wait for the rest of our ingredients. It'll turn if you don't fridge it. Assuming you can fit it in. Right, here we are in the Great British Outdoors. I really hope it stays like this. Barbecue's gonna be amazing if it stays like this. That awesome potato salad. It's probably not gonna stay like this, as I say, it's gonna thunder. Let's just get going. Let's stop talking about it and do it. Right, let's get Luke back on the case. What's next for us, Luke? 7 minutes left on those potatoes. There he is. Found him.
Taking your time if you need to. Separate about a third of them for garnishing later and scrape the rest up into a medium-sized bowl. The next ingredient. Capers are often pickled and bring a unique blend of saltness and tang.
Okay, so shallots. My local supermarket never has banana shallots, so I've got these pearl shallots instead. I assume that's what they're called. I don't know. Anyway, not the long ones, the round ones. Never mind. So Luke used 3 banana shallots, which means I'm gonna roughly double that. Maybe roughly half that. I mean, they're smaller than half the size, aren't they? I should do more than that, but we'll do 7 for good luck. Right, let's get these peeled first. I've never really found a good, easy way to do it. If you know one, let me know in the comments. But everything I've tried either ends up taking longer or wasting half of the shallot, which, you know, I'm not disinclined to do at this point because I've got lots of them. I can't do that. I can't waste food like that in good conscience. It's ingrained in me too deeply, I'm afraid. I think Luke also said if you don't want to do shallots, you can do a white or a red onion.
You're welcome to use white or red onion if that's what you've got.
Yeah, he did say that. So, you know, go ahead. I like shallots. I want to do the recipe as originally intended. And also I kind of feel like they're going to work for this, you know, that sort of milder oniony flavour. I think certainly a white onion might dominate. And I don't think we need the colour we'd get from a red onion. So, you know, I'll spend a little bit of time just peeling these shallots, and that will be a fine thing. That is the timer for the potatoes. Let's check on those before we go any further with the shallots. All right, thank you. Yeah, we've got it. Comprende. Find a good sized one. There's that. Yeah, okay there. You kind of overheated there for a moment. Feeling all right? I've had to put a fan on the camera, so I do hope it's not too loud. If it is, I'm afraid you'll just have to put up with it. Or, you know, watching the video. No, don't do that. It's fine. I'll fix it. Okay, so back to this dressing. We've got our shallots. It's probably not enough shallots, but I can't be bothered to do any more. They'll be fine. Capers.
I really enjoy them, so I've gone for 2 large tablespoons worth.
Absolutely fantastic. Cornichons.
You can also use gherkins or these cocktail gherkins like I'm using here.
This is going to be awesome. I'm going to get a bowl. Okay, 1 bowl. So let's just get these chopped up. Kind of fine with these. But I think we still want them to have a little bit of substance to them, so I'm not going to mince them. Banana shallots are so much more convenient to chop up as well because of the shape, but watch the video and you'll see what I mean. Okay, I'll just run through these. You can remove the cores if you want. I quite like them. I don't think there's any need to, but if you want to, go for it. There we go. That's pretty fine. That'll do nicely, I think. As you can see, we're doing all right with those. Capers. And we're just going to run through these real rough. I think Luke calls for
2 large tablespoons worth.
Indeed, love capers. I cannot get enough of these things. They're not actually anything to do with the sea, but because they tend to be brined, they always taste of the sea to me. They go perfectly well with seafood. They go amazingly in potato salad. Anyway, that's those sort of very roughly chopped. Still want some bite to them, still want some substance. Into the bowl. In Luke's recipe, we're talking cornichons. I think in the video he uses gherkins, but it's basically the same thing. They're little tiny cucumbers. He does say 3 tablespoons. I imagine that's chopped up because measuring these out on a tablespoon is not ideal. Obviously they're not a particularly tablespoon shape. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I don't want to get hung up on counting them. 8, I'm still counting them. 9, I can't help count them. 10, 10. Let's do 12. Let's go for 12. I want them to be noticeable pops, but I don't want any big toothsome bits. So I'll just run through them until they kind of find, sort of similar to the capers really. I think that's perfect. I think that'll do nicely. I don't know if you can even see that. I kind of hope you can. What do I need next? So, I've got that. Let's add some mayo. The order of the day here is 3 tablespoons. Nice, easy recipe to remember this one. Good stuff, Luke. Nice one. So, 1, 2, 3. Half of one for good luck. It doesn't all come out, you see, so I think it balances out in the end. That mayo is just incredible. Okay, well, that looks pretty amazing, doesn't it? And it smells divine. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be amazingly good. Look at these potatoes. These are they still hot? They're still warm, and I don't really want that. So I'm going to let them completely cool. I'm going to pop this back in the fridge. It'll infuse a bit anyway, it'll be great. Just that bit of time sitting in the fridge will sort of let things infuse nicely there anyway. It'll be absolutely amazing. Potatoes. So these are, they're cool. They're completely cool by now, are they? Yeah. Perfect. Let's get these mixed in and then we can give them a try. So just to remind you, this is where we're at with the potato salad. We've got this great dressing, which was amazing. It smelled amazing at least. It's literally a case of let's mix these potatoes in. I'm going to go gentle because I don't want to smash the potatoes up really. I want them to stay together, hold their shape. Okay. Luke does say extra virgin olive. I think he says that. Let's check.
Followed up by 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. The flavour of the oil will mostly get lost here, so don't use anything too expensive.
Okay, so yeah, a few tablespoons of this. And for just a touch more acidity.
Just a tablespoon of white wine vinegar for further acidity.
Final mix. This smells awesome. It really does. Oh my God. That is an absolute riot of flavour. Those potatoes are amazing. With not only the salt, but the sugar and the vinegar in the boiling water. That comes through really well. The dressing's incredible. That is a serious win. Luke, mate, that is incredible. That is incredible stuff. Cannot wait to get these out of the barbecue. It's going to be fantastic. Make these. Make them. Try them. They're amazing. Even with the store-bought mayo, they'll be amazing. You don't have to make your own mayo. They're not hard. Make them. Right, let's get this potato salad sorted. Proper looking forward to this, I'm not going to lie. This is absolutely incredible. Hopefully the wind doesn't take these away, but you know, we'll see what happens. Just season from a height, and there we go. Absolute perfection. Watch Luke's video and make them.